What happens when you're an empowered woman and you meet people who don't know how to talk? Well, first of all, the magic of being an empowered woman and the miracle is, for me, I'm a 5D mystic empowered woman. So I'm a divine feminine who has never forgotten how to communicate. And that's because I have a whole 3-year-old heart, 1-year-old, all that, which is going to be on our episode on YouTube. Go check it out, TikTok, because you're only going to be able to get the 30-minute ones on YouTube. So it's Inspiring Human Potential is the handle. Okay, so 5D Mystic and Enlightenment Soul Age Group, empowered women. We always know how to talk from here, and we know how to love. We don't shame, we don't blame, we don't fault, and we don't revenge. So when somebody is a Cusco, no big deal. In fact, if anything, we learn how to handle Cuscos consistently with the same level of silence that Pacha does, which is we don't lecture. Like the sage in the Zen master story of Sadhguru, and when you learn from good attachment trauma information, therapists, mental health professionals, neurobiologists, neuroscientists, so you know there's no demon that comes out of the body of anyone, not when there's the quote-unquote demonic possession. Nope. Thank you, neuroscientist Patrick McNamara, for that. Also, no demon coming out when you do yoga, because thank you, Peter Levine, informing me of trauma charges and more than just that and stuff that comes up. Also, Bezel van der Kolk. So when you have proof, it's with academics who are scientists, unlike flat earthers in the 4D who are on Elsa's journey, and they keep on talking about people as energy vampires. So those are the mantle of yoga and mantles of spirituality. They're also the mantles of mental health, because they're pointing a finger at somebody who they say is their twin flame and calling them a narcissist, and then making an episode and more on it. And none of that is actually, well, it's their subjective experience, so I'm going to leave that alone. I'm an empowered divine feminine woman who doesn't actually call people names, because that's really not nice, right, Jesus? Thank you, Jesus. Jesus taught me how to be humble. So did God. I heard it pretty loud and clear, because see, my ears were not distorted. As I was saying, the communication of an inner child, it stays very clear. Don't judge others. Don't be envious. I made you the way I wanted you to be made. So make sure you're not, are you jealous or something? That's low self-esteem. You know that, right, Maria? Yes, I do. I have confirmation of that data point too. So kindness, it's a choice, but it's a choice that you can make. In my case, because I'm a differentiated self. I have a mother who raised me with love, did not fearmonger me. Her nervous system gave me love. And then I have a twin, and so, humans are safe. I'm not a misanthropist. I don't hate humanity. I don't dislike anyone. I also don't distrust them. I know that you're going to show me who you are, so your silence is not anything except for, oh, thank goodness, they're a love avoidant. Oh my gosh, that's better. That way I don't have to deal with the Cuscos. The love-dependent ones, they're a little bit more challenging, because you need to reassure the 1-year-old. And so the visual I gave you is like somebody trying to cling on. No, not somebody. The little children who cling on because they get anxious. So that's what happens when a love-dependent is basically being asked for some room. No, it's not that. It depends. Long story short, whether it's a man, woman, or they, a empowered woman knows how to reassure, because consistent, contingent communication. So when I don't shame you, I don't blame you, I don't attack you, I don't do any of it, I'm not enabling your maladaptive child behavior, because that doesn't say that I'm going to say, yeah, keep talking. No, you can come in and out because I'm an empowered woman. You're not taking away from my life because you don't make my life, meaning my 1-year-old can be seen by me and soothed by me. It's called I'm my own safe haven. That's why the solo polyamory person is about relationship anarchy and non-hierarchical. We have compersion. It's because we have healthy self-worth. The ones of us who don't go out of our comfort zone, what I mean is we don't get primal attachment panics, never happened to me. What has happened is facing things like twin flames and moving beyond the concept. It was really interesting. And I remember also moving beyond the concept of loving one person and moving into polyamory. And as a divine feminine, I instinctively, didn't take me no coach needed. Nope, because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm expanding my brain. Yeah. In fact, actually, there's a really awesome moment in time I shared. It was not heard. Oh, I'll never forget that day. I was opened up to this fabulous, infinite, more infinite higher human conscious potential experiencing. And so that's for a side note for my mystics. Let's get back to empowered women. So how do we handle when people learn how to be quiet, not the right reasons? We don't do anything. Like I was saying, we will try and have a conversation, but in a way that's not pushy. And if we figure out that you're coming in and out in a certain way, it'll be addressed. That maladaptive child behavior, so the tone, the mannerisms, all that stuff. We'll be able to say, hey, you know what, I'm thinking about this communication stuff. This is what I'm going to say we're going to do. How does that sound? You like it? No? Okay, cool. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the friendship. Whatever it is, it depends. But if we're not meeting each other eye to eye, it's okay. We know how to recalibrate. It's not hard when you are an emotional window welcome person because of integration of the brain. So we don't suffer because we don't use our temporal junction. We don't ruminate. It's called personal development because I have a secure attachment and you want to be yourself and I can be myself, and 5D relationships. Come on over. So we don't wear the mantles of mental health. When we meet anyone, they're going to be treated all equally. Twin flame, flames, soulmates, whether it's a narcissist or a sociopath or a psychopath or borderline. We don't use words in a way of saying, oh my gosh, it's going to be such a challenge. No. We won't even know it, most likely, unless a person says and shares with us something along the lines of, hey, guess what? I'm going to therapy, so these are things that you might want to look out for. So they talk to us. The ones who are using the pathology and just saying, here's a list of attributes that I am, those are not people who are actually working with the behavior. That's called something different. Thank you, Janina Fisher. So when you have a maladaptive child behavior, that doesn't mean that you're stuck with it. People who have attachment, for example, wounds, I've seen them online saying, I'm just going to keep it because my therapist was telling me I was doing a good job. So why would I? We're all fucked up. It's like, oh no, we're not fucked up. It's called that you can make your inner body feel better by achieving secure attachment. And you're telling me online that you'd rather be miserable. And then you're saying that people that smile like myself are pretending to be happy and that we're depressed. Now I'm going to say, okay, you're choosing to stay in what is your diagnosis, great and dandy. I know other people who are going to get into their secure attachment because they don't find it boring to actually have their restorative embodiment put into place. They want to be their self and have fun with relationships versus feeling always this very, very not great feeling, which is described by the same individual and individuals who say, but we're all fucked up. It's like, no, that sounds like a teenager who's making up some excuse of, well, we're all different. Yeah, we're all different, but then again, we are all the same, meaning we have an embodied brain and the self of you is not fixed. Thank you, Daniel Siegel. So the attachment category alone, you can actually always work with that. This is being proven again, again, again. But wait, yoga. I'm so sorry, it brings demons out of your body. Or, oh, wait, excuse me, I'm so sorry. That pathology, you just want to use the bad therapists who are telling you there's nothing we can do for you. Nah, I got some good therapists that say it's a work in progress, but you need to want to do it. So yeah, journaling is important because every sensation image that comes up, when you journal, that's called you being able to give yourself some closure. You witness, process. The feeling comes up, you're reminded, no, not necessarily. You write about it. It's called the processing of it. And then you have it make sense in your journey, and that's how then you make it a part of you. So there's a reason why journaling and mindfulness are the 3 pillars of the mind. Thank you, Daniel Siegel, again. So you, with focused attention, awareness, and kind intention, recalibrate again and again, and you put into practice your corpus callosum, prefrontal cortex, hippocampus, and interconnected connectum. Or you don't put them into practice, but these are the 4 areas that will benefit from mindfulness practices. In yoga, you benefit because it's a ventral vagal portfolio of toning exercises. Thank you, Stephen Porges. So if people got attachment and trauma informed, then they might know what yoga helps and mindfulness and disengage from thinking of it as something religious, which, by the way, is so closed-minded. It's not even funny, but we get it. So self-empowered woman knows ignorance when we see it, as well as mantles of mental health and people who want to say humans are fucked up. No, we're not fucked up. We have emotions is what it's called. And you got then your left, which is a verbal. You create a story, go on else's journey. You want to be yourself, then you get to do emotional lifting. And there's good therapists, EMDR, child parts work, and somatics. And you keep on doing it until you get to your secure attachment if you want. Integration is very possible. It's a journey though. So that's why the therapists, they don't talk to you about integration. They talk to you about, wait, we're going to help you get out of hell if you want from your body. But you're going to have to be motivated And it's going to be hell walking out of a ladder of fire. So self-empowered women, we care about people's mental health seriously. And that's why men, women, or theys, if they have a maladaptive child, we won't lecture them. We'll say, you're loved and respected, but you're also going to love and respect me, and I'm going to talk to you. So wholeness is love. Tune in for more.